Hey beer babes, we've got a great episode here for you. We went down to Tandy's Ale House where Byron graciously let us come in and record this super fun episode. There's a bit of background noise, but that's all good. I'm going to leave you right here with Byron, who tells us about the first four beers, and then we jump straight into the episode.
So the first four beers I got on tap today are the Albert Lager. It's a nice mid-strength American-style light lager. Classic Tandy's Draft, pale lager made by Little Rivers. We've got Kvike Expectations by Captain Bly's. It's a Norwegian farmhouse yeast IPA. It looks super hazy, super fruity. Looks like plenty of orange citrus characters. And the classic Spotty Dog California Haze. Nice, soft, fruity pale ale. Chock full of hops. It's,
Well,
pretty easy drinking.
Sounds like an excellent place to start, Byron. Thank you very much.
Enjoy, guys.
Hey, and welcome to Beer Babies podcast journey where we try to find the best beer that money can buy. I'm your host and my name's Will, and today we're not at Beer Babies Studios, we're actually at Tandy's Ale House. Have you ever been to a craft beer bar, you walk in, there's all these amazing beers on tap and you just don't know where to start? Well, we had the idea of making it a little bit easier for our listeners. So what we're going to do is we're going to drink every beer that's currently on tap at Tandy's, and we're going to find out which is number one for you.
Yeah,
so
we're doing it for you, not for us. This is we hate this. This is purely for the people.
This is an act of public service. So let's jump straight in. No messing around. Billy, the first beer is the Albert Blue. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So the Albert Blue, it's a lager. It's 3.5%. It's from Old Hobart Town. It's a golden full-bodied lager with a nice dry finish. It's easy drinking. It's a mid-strength, and it's an Australian lager, which we've already covered. They use traditional lagering, cold fermentation, and a natural conditioning to create a lager like you've never tasted before. That is a good write-up.
Yeah, so Declan, I saw your face just before and it did not scream positivity. And now the lovely folks at Tandy's Ale House have been kind enough to let us record in here. And I thought, I can't have Declan saying all this negative bullshit. So I actually printed off this resource from West Virginia University, and it's 30 phrases for creative praise. So Declan, I thought I'd give you this one so you can look at it and you can find some nice things to say about the beers today.
I thought that's what I was going to do. Thanks, Will. I really appreciate this.
So
you are fantastic job.
Thanks, Deck. Yeah, Deck, so while you have a read, Billy and I will have a bit of a chat about this.
Look at these little baby glasses.
This is a cute. It's a cute little glass. We did have the option for big ones, but we thought, we've got a lot of beers to get through.
We're probably going to switch to pints. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to mess this around.
I think I don't mind this.
It's a lager. Like this is good. And we don't like lagers normally.
Yeah. I'm not big on lagers. I think this is for like a mid-strength. It's not like lacking in flavour.
No.
But it's also not overpowering. So I think this is sort of nice and comfortable in the middle.
It is definitely got that dry finish. And it's a little bit sharp too. I like it. It doesn't linger like some lagers do. And it's a perfect temp too, though. This just came from the tap. It's beautiful temperature. You need that for a lager. It is crucial. And lagers get tanked real quick as soon as they're warm.
Dynamite.
Thanks for that, Deck. Make sure you speak up so we can.
Right, we better rate
catch
this
up.
then. We're going to rate this out of 6.
Yeah, exactly. So the plan is we're going to go through and rate all these beers out of 6. So that way, once we get to the end, we'll know which is the best. So, Bill, why don't you go first? What did you think of this beer?
I'm going to give it a fat 5.
5.
And that's probably the most I've ever given a lager.
Yeah, he's going in hard. I think that Albert are doing some really cool stuff. I tried the Pilsner the other day. Again, a type of beer I normally don't go for, but it was really tasty. I think, to be honest, this is pretty straight down the middle. So I'm going to give this one a straight down the middle score. So this one's getting a 3 from me. Deck, what about you?
I'm going to give it a 2.
Well, that's actually, again, for you, not bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm getting a weird, I don't know why, I'm getting corn chip vibes.
Okay.
Like you want to pair them with corn chips, or they taste like corn chips?
I'm getting the back of my tongue. It's giving me a corn chip taste. I don't know. I had corn chips yesterday for lunch.
Have you brushed your teeth since then?
Yeah, I have. I've gargled and whatever, all that tooth care stuff. This one goes out to all my dentists.
I like that you pointed at the microphone. Yeah.
Audio listeners.
We're pointing at you.
So
Not bad, alright.
the next beer on the paddle is this one, and that is the Captain Bly's. I can't remember how Byron said it. Kharkiv Expectations IPA. So these guys are also located down in Hobart. So why don't you guys have a little taste, and I can tell you a little bit more about them.
Loving the little cuticle. That's so cute. I want some of these at home for like. Oh, you can't give beer to children, but let me rethink my thoughts.
So what were you going to say? When you babysit my kids, you can give them beers in these cute little
So
glasses.
I can be having beers and they can have like orange juice or maybe like apple juice, more beer coloured. Yeah.
Now we're
So
talking.
all the neighbours will start their filing complaints and pulling the cops.
So I couldn't find much information about this specific beer on their website, but I did find out a little bit about the brewery. So this is a small family business. So it's Stephen and Adam are a father and son team who work to create the best products possible. Steve produces all the beers, focusing on brewing to Hobart's colonial brewing laws. Adam produces all their spirits. So these guys make beers and spirits and all sorts of stuff.
Cool.
So they try to make stuff with...
It's not Adam's Distillery.
no.
I'm pretty sure there's only one person, one Adam, that makes spirits. Yeah.
Just derail the
That's gonna be-
conversation.
It's
Yes,
I don't even know if I can cut around that. Anyway, they are big on sort of making stuff in historical styles, but also keen to experiment with new flavors. Because this, to me, I'm getting a really sort of like a Nipah sort of vibe, like that really sort of. It's almost like a hazy.
It's very smooth. It tastes very smoothly. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's good.
I forgot to write down the percentage, but this one tastes well. The last one was a mid-strength, but this definitely has like a hardier,
bit more of a bite.
Yeah, got a bit more to it, bit more kick. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think this has got a really fun fruit flavour.
I think it is a bit fruit forward. And you say it's brewed more traditionally in traditional senses. I know it does remind me a little bit of that. I don't want to make this negative against it, but it reminds me of a really good homebrew. Like that kind of, like just how it tastes, how mouthfeel kind of thing. I don't know.
I think
Like your homebrew. Maybe.
I'm almost getting the opposite. I feel like this tastes super smooth and like refined to me. Like to me, this is like hit the spot perfectly.
Yeah.
Declan, we've given you plenty of time to read. How would you describe this beer?
I was waiting for a point to cut in there, but you guys just kept going, and I think the one that I have found is you are on target. Beautiful work.
Yeah.
So so. Are you saying that to both Stephen and Adam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a solid B minus.
I'm really enjoying this. Like I wasn't expecting to enjoy this. I was thinking this would be more sort of like old school style. You know, in my head, like the old school beers, like I don't know, they don't always appeal to me. But this is really tasty. It's so much fruitier than I expected, and I've really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to give this one a 5. This one's getting a 5 from me.
Okay. I'm probably going to give this one a solid 4. Like it's tasty. It's not 100% my cup of tea.
I'm going to give this a rock hard 3.
It's moving up.
Holy moly!
What have we got next?
So we're on to the Spotty Dog Brewers, Californian Haze 5%.
5.
So, Gypsy Brewer in Hobart cut off 3 different locations about the beer.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out exactly where these guys brew, and it turns out they don't have a brewery themselves. It looks like that they their beers are brewed out of 3 other big established brewers in Hobart. So they do a bit of gypsy brewing.
So how's I meant to explain that?
Well, I thought you'd be able to pick it up from context.
Okay,
Anyway,
sorry.
take it away, Dick.
Declan, I am also very lost here.
About the beer. Californian Haze has been a favourite of Hobart locals and visitors alike for years now. Limited only 2 kegs until now. The tropical. Oh wait, this tropical pale ale features local Tasmanian hops along with US compatriots. I think. Yep.
Will they grind up the compatriots and then put them in the brew?
Yeah.
I think what they mean is Tasmanian and US hops.
So yeah, okay.
Tropical,
Yeah.
tropical, refreshing, and seasonable. This hazy pale ale.
Is it sessionable?
Yep.
Anyway, it's also seasonable.
I see what I want to see. Leave me alone. This hazy pale ale is summer vibes all year round. All year long, sorry. See, I see what I see.
Yeah, I'm vibing.
Yeah, I'm vibing. Jack was vibing. He was freestyling. He
Yeah,
was vibing
exactly.
so
That's
hard.
it. It was like
Freestyling the words.
Declan reading that description was more like jazz. It's about the words he didn't say.
Exactly.
But I think this is pretty tasty.
This is my beer.
Bingo.
This is my type of beer.
Yeah.
Look at my shirt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Billy, you got to get that in shot.
Yeah, this is
summer,
me right now.
Summer vibes right there.
I feel like I should just join Dance Gavin Dance, the band.
Nice work.
Alright, Declan's already got his opinion done.
to be honest, this is this looks fruitier than it tastes. And from the description, I was expecting more of like a tropical punch.
Or a zing.
Yeah.
The last one was a bit more fruity.
The last one was definitely more fruity.
Yeah.
Like I 100% agree, Declan. The last one was really like a strong fruit flavour. This is a lot more mild, and it's actually a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Yes, I agree. Marvelous.
I love it. I completely get what you get, but where you're coming from. But that sharpness, that almost, it's not sour at all, but it's just quite sharp. I don't know, that's speaking to me. I think the colour made it seem like it was definitely going to be more zesty and fruitier than it actually is. But I like how it isn't. I like how it's a little bit more reserved.
Yeah, I think honestly, I would lean more towards the Captain Bligh, which is sort of like I think this has got sort of the sharpness of fruit, whereas the Captain Bligh sort of had more like
sweetness.
the sweetness. This doesn't make any sense, but in my head, the Captain Bligh tasted like a whole fruit. They put a whole fruit in here, whereas they just sort of put the rind. Yeah, like it doesn't taste like. So the other one was a whole fruit, and this was just part of it.
No, that's
yeah. They can use that on the posters. That's a great.
You've completely nailed it though. Some people the juicy centre that
that's
prefer
me.
the other bit.
You're
some
the bit
people the coarse like rough rind that everyone just throws away.
Exactly.
And that's me, man.
That's it. And you know what? That's why we're such a great pair.
That's okay.
And Declan's here as well. But yeah, no, this
Fantastic job.
there is nothing wrong with this. I think the only problem this beer has for me is that I drank the Captain Bligh before, so I would give this one a 4. A 4 out of 6.
Because you go the Bligh to 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Look, I'm gonna give this one a 5. It's just I don't know. It's weird. Everyone's different. It's ticking my boxes.
I'm gonna give it a 1. It's not doing much for me.
Yeah. If you ever get given a 6-pack, if this scenario actually happens where someone presents you with a 6-pack of this beer, just give it to Billy.
It would be wild because most of these beers come in 4-packs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they go on the extra mile to get 2 extra for
we
you.
might have to. It's interesting because we originally came up with that rating system back in our early days when we were drinking like real commercial beers.
Mainstream, mainstream.
But like most craft beers come in 4-packs,
So
so
we have to cut
maybe
it
we
down.
will have to revisit this. But you know,
Yeah,
I feel like people have learned to trust the 6-pack test, so I don't think I'm ready to do away
if
with
it
it.
ain't broke,
True,
don't fix it.
true.
Alright.
It's a broken system though.
All systems are. Systems are made to be broken.
Anyway,
What are we looking at next, Will?
so the last on our tasting paddle is out of the first half of our awesome beer paddle we've got here is the Tandy's Ale House Draft.
Ooh,
This will be good. This is gonna be close knit.
now I
with the lager,
believe
I think.
you guys have had this before, but I have not.
Yes, yeah. So I think I've actually had this a few times.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely the first beer I ever had here was I think their ale. Oh no, they hadn't made it yet. He was telling me about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Um,
like no.
So, this one is it's a Launceston beer, but it's brewed in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
So the Tandy's draft, or the Tandy's beers, are made at the Little Rivers Brewery in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
So that's where they've got the draft, which is right here. We're gonna try, and they've also got the Bloodlust, which is I really like the Bloodlust. So I want to get that up front because I don't love drafts, but I really, really like the Bloodlust.
You're estimating that you're not going to like this one as much.
Well, let's give it a go. and
I
see.
like how honest you're pairing.
so-
You're already saying sorry.
Yeah, so why don't you guys have a taste? So yeah, this one is it's made by Little Rivers out in Scottsdale for the bar itself. This is more your traditional sort of drink. If you're if you've only ever drunk at a country pub and you come in and you're like, oh, can I just have like a beer?
I just sheared my sheep, so I need to go get a beer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Give me a beer. I want a beer.
I thought you said shit in my sheets, dude.
Either or.
I
Sometimes you wake up, take a shit, go to work.
Exactly.
And you
So-
shit in the sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is your beer, and I think that's something that Tandy's I think they always try to do is they have a beer on tap for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a wide variety. Like we've started with quite mild beers really, but they always have sort of just like your regular draft, a lager. There's those fruity beers that I'm really into, and they've also got their like heavier dark beers, which we'll come to shortly.
Yeah.
So
And,
it's really got everything.
And it's almost a staple. Like every bar needs to have the draft. It's the draft. If
beers.
you don't have the draft in a pub, people are going to come in like, I want the draft. Don't have the draft. They might jog on. It's an introduction and it's his good take on a draft as well.
Yeah.
To other kind of these more boutique-y kind of beers.
So Declan, why don't you have a read of your list?
A
before
plus
you-
job.
Yeah. Billy, what do you think of the
I
the
haven't had
Tandy
a chance to
stuff?
think. Sorry.
Okay.
Do you need to have a look at my piece of paper? No,
Yeah,
wait.
look.
Don't
Look, piece
take
of
it
paper?
because I need this. No.
Bingo.
No, I've already said it.
Damn it. 30 years. No. Positive behaviour support program. Look, it's just a nice beer. It's a draft. It's your staple, isn't it?
I think it's really hard because this is a type of beer that I don't like.
Interesting, because I don't like any types of beers.
I think this is a perfectly fine version of it's a good version of a beer I don't like.
Yeah.
So if like out of like if there was a list of things I hate, this would be the closest to being off the list. So it's just
It's you're saying it's good for what it is, but it's not your cup of tea, and it's
Yeah.
exactly right. There used to be a time where we drank this beer, but our taste buds mindset has changed, and we no longer drink this beer. But for what it is, for this type of beer, and the people who enjoy this type of beer, they're going to really enjoy this.
I think honestly
As in drafts is what I mean.
yeah, appealing to our Tassie cohort. If you are like a Bogues guy,
Yeah.
I think this will scratch that itch. This is what you need. I've grown accustomed to a fruitier beer than this. This is not. There's no fruitiness to this. This is just sort of, and it's not even super bitter either. It's just got sort of that. Yeah,
It's like-
real sort of. It tastes like what I remember beer tasting like. Because I feel like
If you saw a cartoon of beer, which is
Yeah.
just for what it is, this is what it is.
it's like that
Yeah.
that old imprint. I feel like
This is what it
our children won't have that same thing because I think beer has come such a long way. But everyone our age, beer for us, it's Bogues. Like because we're from this part of the world.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got like beer tastes like that. I'm sure there's places in America where it's Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's like it's the beer.
Yeah.
For us, that was
Yeah.
Bogues, but I feel like this is This is the best version of that.
And I feel like Wheels justified the low score he's about to.
Yeah, no, I'm really
Yeah.
trying to. To be honest, this is not my type of beer. Again, I love their Bloodlust. This gets a 2 from me.
Yep.
You know what? No, you go, sorry.
No, you go.
I would never lie. Because never. 6.
Declan, can you give this a real score, please?
6.
No, it's.
I would never lie.
Declan, you're gonna ruin the whole process.
He's gonna give it a good fighting chance because I'm gonna give it a 3, and I've given it an extra point because it's so good at what it is. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my beer of beer.
I would never lie. Never.
So with 6, that gives it a grand total of 10.
6,
Put-
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Give it an asterisk.
I'm gonna give it 5.
He doesn't even.
So I've decided not to count Declan's score, and that gets us through the first half of this amazing adventure. This was going to be one episode, but you know what? I think we got enough juice for 2, and I'm sure you at home cannot wait to see the second half.
You're just
So
trying to
this has
drag out the ad revenue here.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
it. This has been
What
so
ad
much
revenue?
fun. We've had a great time. Get on down to Tandy's Ale House. You will have one hell of a time because there's a beer for everyone.
And they serve more than just beer.
Water.
Yeah.
They serve water.
We'll see you next time.